The problem with analytics companies, any sort of reporting tool, is that they hand the report and then they ask the client to make sense of it and operationalize it in business. And I think that's a real challenge, because if you get a report and it doesn't tell you explicitly what to do, you're basically saying, figure it out. And because of that, if they don't have the process to receive that, if they don't have the either, bandwidth of a team or the tools to ingest it or anything along those lines, really it's just a nice to have and doesn't change your business. It's just like a bellwether. And the way that I like to split things out is you have your historicals, and that's your like analytics. That's what happened. The accounting team agrees with it. You spent this, you got this. That's back. That's your historicals. Then you have your nowcasting, which is what models pretty much are. They say, based off of all those historicals, what's happening now from the ROI, how can we infer that? So historicals, nowcasting, and then there's forecasting, which is what should you do? And that's really what the decisioning piece of it is, where we want to not just hand you a report and say, figure it out, but we want to give you based off of this report, this is what you should do with your business. And that's what the underlying piece of the forecasting tool is saying, given what has happened, what should you do? And with what you should do, we are very explicit with, you should spend this much on this channel for this long or for this time period. You should spend that on that channel. And that's something that anyone in an organization can understand. It's backed by all that information, that data that we have. It's computed with the LiftLab engine, with the experiments and market mix model. But then for the future looking stuff, we want to make it as explicit. And you could agree or disagree. We have some clients who will say, that's a big shift. Let's go ahead and do a stepwise little pieces to get there. And if we see our top line revenue growing, great. And then there are other people who are like, YOLO, let's just swing it all the way up to the max. And we see results sudden with them. And what's cool about that is by creating those changes, you're actually improving your historical information because you're making those swings. So the biggest risk over a long time horizon is not taking any risks, because you still have that flat, even spend. If you're changing, we get more observations at a higher level or a lower level if you're changing up or changing down, which also improves your model. So the forecasting is the actionability change management piece that allows those changes to be made confidently, which makes the data better, makes everything more accurate, and only helps you in the longer term. So I think that the forecasting tool and the model enablement that we're doing here will improve all the other pieces of our business, because it's making advertisers change their investments, which changes their business, as opposed to, yeah, that looks about right. I got this report. This is good. I think I'm doing a good job. I'm going to just keep doing that job.